Most mornings in our home start the same way with fresh orange juice. It's a small habit, but it's one of those little things that make breakfast feel slow and intentional. Keeping the sourdough starter has slowly shaped the rhythm of my kitchen. In the quick feeding in the evening often turns into pancakes in the morning or something simple for breakfast later in the week. Some mornings, that starter becomes sourdough pancakes. Simple, it's comforting, it's made with ingredients that we almost always have on hand. I usually serve them in a few different ways depending on what we have around. Sometimes with fruit, sometimes with yogurt, and sometimes with just butter and a little bit of maple syrup. These pancakes are definitely a crowd pleaser. They're so simple to put together. It's just 1 egg to 1 cup of starter, a little bit of honey, and some baking soda, cinnamon if you want, and a little bit of butter. Some days I just like to have it with some peanut butter and maple syrup and hemp seeds. And it's quick and simple and very filling. Other days, I like to do a little bit more fancy, like some fresh bananas and some runny peanut butter on top, and then a yummy chocolate sauce made with just cacao powder and maple syrup. It is so simple and it tastes amazing. Other days, I like to make a batch of bagels. They take a little bit of time, but mostly it's just letting the dough rest and do its thing. And once they're baked, we'll have breakfast ready for several days. English muffins are another favorite in our house, and I like making them with sourdough as well because the slow fermentation makes the process flexible and really easy to fit into the week. Another favorite is our crunchy granola. It really is a flexible recipe, and I add whatever nuts I have on hand. On this time I added pecans and almonds, and I just add some hemp seeds, chia seeds, some flaxseed if I have it, some coconut oil, maple syrup, a little bit of vanilla and cinnamon. And I bake it at 350 for 30 minutes and just let it cool completely. And it is really tasty and it has these beautiful clusters. It is definitely a family favorite. We have it as snacks, sometimes breakfast, sometimes before we go to bed. It is really that good. And sometimes our bread just gets turned into just some simple French toast. Just whip an egg with milk, some cinnamon, a little bit of maple, and it turns out delicious. A really important part of keeping breakfast ready and easy to put together is keeping a decent stash of frozen fruit. Bananas are the most important and they make the bulk of most of our smoothies. Sometimes we make green smoothies, sometimes we make different types of chocolate smoothies, cherry smoothies, blueberry smoothies, and bananas really add that filling factor that keeps us full for longer and more satisfied. In our home, the older kids usually prefer our more savory breakfast, but my husband Lucas and I almost always start our day with a smoothie. It's quick, it's nourishing, and it's easy to change it up depending on the fruit we have on hand. Sometimes it's a green smoothie, sometimes it's a cherry banana, or even a chocolate smoothie, which is our favorite. Over time, these small breakfast habits have become part of the rhythm of our kitchen. It's nothing complicated, just simple homemade food that makes mornings feel a little bit easier and more intentional.